All right, you know what? Let's move up to the center right now because I think it's also time for a very, very important part of our evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it's time to see another facet to our finalists. After getting a good look at our ladies, let's now get to know the beauty of our finalists inside. This is our last round of competition. The final question.
Shall we begin? I think so. They are just so poised right now. They are ready for anything. Okay, let's call in our first finalist, candidate number 13, Melissa Cruz.
Yes, pick a name from the bowl. You have picked Judge Karen Agustin.
Good evening to you, Melissa. Here's your question. What do you think is the toughest part of this competition? And why did you consider it the toughest part? And what did you do in facing this challenge?
What is the toughest part that I faced in this competition? The toughest part is where I'm standing right now and be given a question by you. This is the toughest part. In every competition, we all know that. And how will I solve this or face this one? By with all my pride and proud and answering the question that this is the toughest time for me in this competition. Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you very much. Also to our judge, Ms. Karen Agustin. Let's call on finalist number 2. Okay, candidate number 23, Joyce Peñanueva.
Good evening, Joyce. You may pick a name. For your question, we have the beautiful Miss Miriam Kiambao.
Hello, Joyce. Hello po, ma'am. The question for you is, what bothers you most about what's happening in our country today?
What bothers me most in what's happening in our country today is, of course, the current rice shortage. Because as we all know, if people have the scarcity of food, civil war is very, very dominant at that time. And as we all know, if people has less food, of course, they'd be able to think of some evil things to do so as to fill their stomachs. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joyce.
And thank you so much, Ms. Miriam, for that question. Let's call in our third finalist, candidate number 22, Pearl Kelly.
And the name is Lalla Roque for your question.
Hi, Pearl. How are you?
Hi, ma'am.
My question is, what quality do you like most about yourself and why?
The quality I like most about myself is my beautiful Filipina features. Why? Because even though I'm white, which is not the Filipina color, I still have the Filipina look, so I can still say I'm proud to be a Filipina. Thank you.
And thank you very much, Ms. Lalla, for that question. Let's call in finalist number 4, candidate number 1, Lovely Matola.
Your question will come from Mr. John Hall.
Good evening. What is one of the things that sets a woman apart from a man?
One thing that sets a woman apart from a man is carrying a child in her womb. Thank you.
Short and sweet, thank you.
And thank you very much, Mr. John Hall, for that question. Let's move on with our next finalist, candidate number 19, Nadine Ignacio.
Miss Helen Camacho for your question.
Hello, Nadine.
Hello.
This is a question. A fit body or a fit mind, which would you choose and why?
I will choose a fit mind because having a fit mind, it allows you the well-being of a round individual. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you so much, Ma'am Helen. All right, let's call in our next candidate, our next finalist, candidate number 25, Angelica Briagas.
Your question will come from Mr. Rickey.
What's your idea of a healthy lifestyle?
My idea of having a healthy lifestyle, you should have a healthy mind because having a healthy physical appearance is also have a healthy mind. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's call in our next candidate, candidate number 15, Maria Elena Lopena. She knows the drill indeed, and here's your mic.
Your question will come from Alex Liu.
A question, Maria. Having been together with the other fellow candidates for 1 month, what are the learnings you acquired from them?
The best thing I've learned with the 24 candidates is discipline and wisdom. For me, I've learned to discipline myself to be with them. Most of all, that I came from Davao City, and though I'm from the province, I feel the essence of the camaraderie and the friendship from all the 24 candidates. And this is a great privilege to thank them for the friendship that I've learned and the discipline. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's call in our next finalist, candidate number 7, Beverly Ann Dungog.
Your question will come from Justin Gabionza.
Hi, good evening. Your question is, everyone has a mission in life. What do you think is yours?
For me, if I would die, I would want to leave a legacy. A legacy that at some point I was able to live a healthy, a fit life, and in that way, I was an influence to other people to live the same as well. That would be all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And thank you again, Miss Justine. All right, let's move on with our next finalist, candidate number 11, Christelle Presado.
Your question from Mr. Butch Francisco.
Okay, Christelle, the question is rather long but not necessarily difficult. Okay, here you go. If you win this competition, how would you best be able to represent the Philippines, or how would you stand out against international competitors?
Well, if I win in this competition, I will spearhead the campaign to promote slimming, fitness, health, and beauty, and to represent our country internationally with great pride. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now we are off to candidate number 17, our 10th finalist, Leia Basudag.
And your question will come from our Miss Universe, Miss Gloria Diaz.
Okay. We all know that you're very beautiful and you're very confident. But if you were given a chance to improve yourself, I'm not saying you're going to do it, but if you were given a chance to improve yourself with plastic surgery, which part of your body would you improve?
If you are going to give me a chance to improve one part of my body, I would not rather to choose any my part of my body. Why? Because I am very much contented of what God gave me. That would be all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And thank you so much, Ms. Gloria Diaz, for that very challenging question.
Yes, thank you, judges. And thank you, of course, to our top 10 for sharing with us your thoughts.